The board has a very important announcement to make tonight. We are executing an order for mandatory uniform. Everyone will be issued a blazer, and we expect you to be properly dressed at all times. Thank you. And the Chancellor wanted no part of that.
And the blazers are at your own expense.
All right. Shall we come to order, Mr. Gates? Are there any public comment? All right. I would call for approval of the minutes of the meeting of February 21st, 2019. Motion to approve, Mr. Heed.
Second.
Seconded by Pastor Evans. Any comments, corrections? If not, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We have some reports from some of the board members. I think, Mr. Greenhill, you're first.
I am. My own. My report is that I attended, I think it was earlier this week, the Workforce Development Center at Alliance, the opening, the ribbon cutting of the fabulous facility at Alliance. And as you can see, it was well attended by a lot of people from TCC, business people who are whose employees we are training. There we are cutting the ribbon. It was a very sharp scissors. We were told to be very, very careful. But shout outs go to Jennifer Hawkins for a job well done, and Dr. Buckenbecker and others who put this event together. That's Tom Harris in there, who is with Hillwood. And it is a really, and a shout out goes to our real estate people, Nina Petty, for a very, it's a beautiful space. It's very open, as you can see. It's got a lot of, it's very student friendly with computers, and there are a lot of conference rooms and so forth and so on. I think it's a real asset for us. As you probably know, we were across the street in another part of the Alliance complex. But this is a really nice place, and I want to congratulate everyone for putting it together. I think it's a real asset to the college. And I enjoyed being there, and the traffic was, oh yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, ooh, yes, he didn't attack me, or, but it was the traffic going and back was not bad, because the I-35 has gotten much better than it used to be.
That is a great picture.
But I appreciate the opportunity to visit the new Alliance Center. Thank you.
This is their 30th anniversary, and they this week published this magazine report of their 30 years, and we are mentioned nicely. So if you have a chance to get a copy of this, you might enjoy reading about us and them. It's been a great partnership almost from the beginning. In fact, Dr. Morrison, I guess you and I were the ones that got up in the helicopter with Ross Jr. Before any of that was out there, and we had sort of an orientation as to what it might become. It was just raw land at the time. And riding in the helicopter was a bit of an experience, too. All right. Dr. Morrison, you have something to share with us?
Yes, it was my pleasure at the invitation of TCC alum State Representative Nicole Kaya of District 95 to attend the Texas Legislative Black Caucus Summit, February 24th through the 26th in Austin. And I had the opportunity, that's State Representative Collier, had the opportunity to meet friends of long standing from across the state and as other legislators there. And that's Ramon Romero and Mr. Guerin, who our families go back a long way. I went to school in a high school that was designed by his grandfather. To my surprise, I was recognized as an outstanding Texan at the gala on Monday night and on the floor of the House. On the floor of the House the next morning, State Representative Collier read a resolution into the record that was unanimously approved. So it was a delightful and effective working time. Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations.
And I was, as you could see, I was well, I had on my real regalia, my jacket and my shirt.
Just in case you forgot from whence you came.
Yes.
Mr. Heed?
Yeah, I'd like to mention one of the fun things we do that creates an awful lot of good as well, and that is we had one of our sixth annual Rotary Wine Fellowship dinner at the Southeast Campus. It was totally full. We could only fit 44 people in there, 4 of which are from the campus. And it was a French theme. We had incredible French. The past hors d'oeuvres were absolutely outstanding, and it was in the bridge, the Learning Commons. Yes, the very expensive bridge. And anyway, it was just absolutely outstanding. And then we walked down past a beautiful mural. And then had dinner, and we had a French theme. All the food was paired with fantastic French wines, perfectly paired with French wines, and it was just a whole lot of fun. But the main purpose of that is to raise money for scholarships. There's 300 to 400 students in culinary arts, every one of which qualifies for financial aid. And I always ask them the question. I said, you know, you get financial aid, so what does a scholarship do? Does it really make a difference? And to a person, they say, without that, we couldn't do it. You know, we go to school for a semester, we back off, we raise some more money, go back to school. So it allows them to go to school full time. And the other thing is, of course, and the reason why we started this in the first place was so the students have a chance to learn about wine and food pairings and how to cook with wine and these kinds of things, so that they could become, if that's their goal, to become chefs and not just cooks, because that's very important, I think, to the students. The other thing that I think is real special is we invite Rotarians, who are business leaders, business professional leaders from all over our district, and they get exposed to what we do at Tarrant County College, and they get to see what a wonderful culinary arts program we have, and they come on a beautiful campus, and they get to meet the Chancellor talks about TCC in general, Dr. Coppola does, and they get to know a little more about TCC, which is what we're all about. And then one of the servers was kind of neat. His name is Brandon. I don't know the picture there, but Brandon was one of our scholarship recipients who got a job. He interned at Fort Worth Club and then got a full-time job at the Fort Worth Club. And I talked to him the other day, and he's starting not one but 2 separate new businesses in Keller, and we're going to have him join the Keller Rotary Club. So I mean, yeah, this is good. So anyway, I want to thank Dr. Bill Coppola and Mike Sinattle and Katrina Warner from Southeast Campus. They just do an absolutely incredible job. So thank you. And we have raised probably. I started it up probably over $60,000 for scholarships between this group, another group, and another Rotary Club. So that's good.
Ms. Ayala? No, Dr. Patrick?
Yes, I would like to announce that one of our very own trustees is going to be pastor of the day at the Texas House of Representatives next week at the invitation of Representative Chris Turner, but he doesn't stop there. He'll be back in Austin the next month to be pastor of the day on the Senate side.
Who is that?
The upper chamber, the upper chamber, as they say. And so we're very, very proud that this individual is going to be representing us and TCC, and it's none other than our own pastor of the day, Michael Evans.
Hey, Michael.
All right. right. I hope you will have a chance, if you haven't already, to read the accolades that are attached to the agenda in the minutes. But I did want to take just a moment to congratulate the Collegian, our own newspaper,
Again? Yep.
for being selected as the best college newspaper, including the big guys, the universities, and of course the community colleges across the state. So, is there anyone here from the Collegian? No. Okay. Well, please.
There is.
Oh, here he is. Come up here. We are so proud of you, and I know that we're happy to have that recognition.
Oh, yeah,
and
for sure. It's very great to have that for our newspaper, especially against the universities and everything. It's a huge deal. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations. We'll have more next month, but Fred Schmidt was named Friend of Texas, which is odd because he's from New York. Don't tell him I told you. But at the PTK conference a few weeks ago, and he promised he would send some pictures for us to see next month, because several of the students were also honored at that same conference. And I know all of you have seen TV and newspaper coverage of Haley Schlitz, who is gifted as not even giving her all credit, but she has attended school with us at Texas Women's University, and at 16 she's off to law school at SMU. So we congratulate her on her accomplishments, and she was on Good Morning America the other day. And I heard her on KRLD. I think I told Suzanne she's created quite a lot of attention, which she deserves. So we're very proud of her, and that we can claim some credit for her success.
And I just want to bring your attention to one of the comments, that she gave a lot of credit to her counselor. And very often the role of the counselor is not highlighted, and I think it's very important that we recognize the importance of the counselor, not only for this student, but for every single student who comes to our campus, and how important, very important they are. And I can attest to that in my own career. My first trip to pre-enrollment was my counselor personally escorted us there. So counselors are super important in this business of student success.
Key to success. Mr. Greenhill, do you want to report on the audit committee meeting?
We had an Audit and Finance Committee meeting, and we just went over the audit report regarding dual credit, and it's okay, and some other, what was the other? Prior learning, yes. And so everything is in order, and it's a very short meeting, and that was it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Carr, item number 5, consideration and approval of resolution in order to amend the order of election.
Thank you, Madam President, members of the board. Actually, I'd like to take this out of order just a little bit. That way it'll make a little bit more sense. We're going to first consider the order declaring unopposed candidate elected and canceling the election for single-member District 6, if we could.
So,
And I guess I'll...
yes, so item 6, that's fine. We can do it.
Perfect.
You have permission.
Thank you. It just makes a little more sense this way. We'll cancel the election and then amend our order of election. The resolution states, whereas the Tarrant County College District Board of Trustees has ordered a trustee election to take place on May 4th, 2019, for the trustees to be elected from single-member Districts 6 and 7, and whereas the Board of Trustees has, pursuant to state law, received a certification of unopposed status regarding single-member District 6, which provides that the candidate for this office is unopposed. Therefore, be it ordered by the Board of Trustees of the Tarrant County College District, 1, that Gwendolyn Morrison, being the unopposed candidate for single-member District Number 6, is hereby declared elected to that office, and, number 2, that the Tarrant County College District trustee election ordered for May 4th, 2019 for for single-member district number 6 is hereby canceled. And number 3, that a copy of this order shall be posted on May 4th, 2019, Election Day, at each polling place that would have been used in the election. Be it further ordered that Gwendolyn Morrison, the newly elected trustee, shall be issued her certificate of election and take the oath of office as prescribed by law. And I would request or suggest that the board adopt this resolution.
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Greenhill, seconded by Mr. Heed. Questions, comments? All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You've been canceled and elected all in the same motion.
Yay,
look at that.
congratulations.
You ran a heck of a campaign, I'm telling you.
All right, item number 5.
Number 5, this is a resolution and order to amend the order of election. Whereas on January 17, 2019, the Board of Trustees ordered an election on May 4th for the purpose of electing a trustee to represent single-member districts, place 6, a 6-year term, or until a successor has been duly elected and qualified, and place 7, a 6-year term, or until a successor has been duly elected and qualified. And whereas the board has adopted an order declaring that the unopposed candidate to single-member District 6 elected and canceling the election to single-member District 6. Be it resolved and ordered by the Board of Trustees, the Tarrant County College District, that in accordance with the general laws of the legislature of the state of Texas pertaining to the election of trustees, the board does hereby amend its prior order of election by declaring an election for the Tarrant County College District 7 only on May 4th, 2019. A copy of the amended order of election as adopted by this board is attached and made a part of this resolution and order. And then I will read the amended order of election. Be it ordered by the Board of Trustees of Tarrant County College District that on May 4th, 2019, there shall be a general election for the purpose of electing one member to the Board of Trustees. The member shall be elected from single-member District 7 to serve a 6-year term or until a successor has been duly elected and qualified. And be it further ordered that the member to be elected from single-member District 7 shall be elected by the qualified voters of single-member District 7. Be it further ordered that all candidates seeking election as a member from single-member District 7 must reside within single-member District 7. Each candidate must reside in single-member District 7 for 6 months preceding the final day to file for such office. The final day to file is February 15, 2019. And be it further ordered that every candidate must designate that he or she is a candidate for single-member District 7 on his or her application to become a candidate. Such application shall be filed with the Secretary of the Board or her designee not later than 5 p.m. on the 15th day of February 2019. And be it further ordered that on the first Saturday in May 2019, being the 4th day of May 2019, the election shall be held from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on said day. If no candidate receives a majority of votes cast for the office for which he or she is a candidate, a runoff election shall be held on the 8th day of June 2019. Only the names of the 2 candidates who received the highest number of votes for the office for which the runoff is required shall be placed on the ballot for such runoff election. And be it further ordered that notice of such election shall be given by publishing this amended order of election in a newspaper in Tarrant County, Texas, and by posting notice of this amended order of election. Notice shall be posted prior to April 15, 2019, on the bulletin board used for posting notice of trustee meetings of the college district. Notice shall be published between the dates of April 4, 2019 and April 24, 2019, in accordance with Section 4.003 Texas Election Code. And be it further ordered that Hyder Garcia shall be appointed early voting clerk. His mailing address is P.O. Box 961011, Fort Worth, Texas 76161-0011, and whose street address is 2700 Premier Street, Fort Worth, Texas 76111. Early voting for the election of College District Trustee shall be held at the times, dates, and locations identified and listed on Attachment A, which is made a part of this amended order of election. The board finds, determines, and declares that those designated early polling locations, if any, located outside the boundaries of Trustee District 7 can adequately and conveniently serve the affected voters of this college district and will facilitate the orderly conduct of this election. Be it further resolved and ordered that the Board of Trustees of Tarrant County College District adopts those locations identified and listed on Attachment B, which is made a part of this amended order of election, as the election day polling locations for this trustee election. Each election day site is located within Trustee District 7 and will serve as polling places for those voters in the Tarrant County election precincts, which are assigned to said polling place for the May 4th, 2019 Tarrant County College District trustee election and any runoff if necessary. And I noticed on the website that Attachment B was not included. I don't know if y'all have it. I brought a few copies. Mr. Gates has got those of the election day locations, if that is needed.
I don't think we have it. I need to scroll back about 2 pages. I think there's a typo.
There is a typo, yes, ma'am.
And so I would ask for a motion to approve this pending the correction of that date to May 2019, correct?
Correct.
Motion to approve? Dr. Evans, second, Mr. Heed. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you all. Have a good evening.
Thank you, you too.
And congratulations, Dr. Morrison.
All right, item number 7, consideration and approval of a contract with Weatherproofing Services to provide roof restoration for the library building on South Campus. Excuse me, in the amount of $392,595. Mrs. Petty?
Yes, good evening, everyone. Yes, this is for restoration of our library building on the South Campus, which is in dire need of restoration. The warranty and maintenance program has reduced service issues and assisted the college in identification where we require additional investment to maintain our roof's integrity, and we hope that you will approve this tonight.
Motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Mr. Heed, seconded by Dr. Evans. Questions? All those in favor, aye. Aye. Any opposed? Item number 8, consideration and approval of contract with Empire Roofing to replace metal roofing for C and D wing buildings on Southeast Campus in the amount of $1,125,027.78. Motion to approve? Dr. Patrick, second. Mr. Heed. Comments, Mrs. Petty?
Yes, this is now a replacement of a roof. It's the metal roofing on the C and D wing building at the Southeast Campus. Similar, it's a warranty and maintenance program that reduces service issues. The metal roofing systems have a service life of about 25 years, so we're ready. And we did have a question. of how much square footage we have at the Southeast Campus in roofs, and it's about 25,000 square feet of roofs. So,
That satisfy your interest? Okay. We, as you all, most of you know, we discussed these items in great detail at the Governance Committee meeting, and that question was Ms. Ayala's that Ms. Petty did a little research on. Other questions or comments? All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you.
thank you.
All right, item number 9, consideration and approval of purchase Ellucian CRM Recruit software module in the amount of $255,492. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Mr. Greenhill, second, Mr. Heed, Mr. Pacheco.
Yes, this is a software module that's replacing Active Apply. It's gone to end of life, and it's no longer supported either by us or by the vendor itself. So this is going to give us a capability to actually be able to do that. In addition, it's got CRM capabilities for our students that we will also further this year develop.
Questions, comments? All those in favor, aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. McClendon.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, Chancellor, members of the board. This is the 6th month of our fiscal year, and we are looking at anything that's greater than 50%. Our revenues are sitting on $375 million, and versus a year-to-date of 321, unrealized of 54 million, and estimated remaining. When we look at our, which is as expected, when we look at our total expenses, it's 375 million, 175 to year-to-date, 21 million outstanding. Our remaining budget is 178, and it's 52%, which includes encumbrances and further, so it's right on target. Okay, if we look at our investments, in our pool investments as of February 28, 2019, our pools increased by 5.6 mil. Short-term, we have no activity. We purchased two $10 million agencies that are at 2.8% interest. Our total portfolio increased by 25.5 mil. Our yield is 2.3%, and our WAM is at 355 days. Any questions? Thank you very much, sir. Any questions? Thank you, sir.
Comments, questions? Thank you, Dr. McClendon. Dr. Giovannini.
We have a few staff introductions today. Mr. Gates first, please.
Thank you, Chancellor, Madam President, trustees. Dr. Terry Ford is the new Director of Grants Management for the Office of Grants Development and Compliance. Dr. Ford brings a wide range of experience and knowledge to this position obtained from her work throughout her career. She served as Federal Compliance Coordinator with Stephen F. Austin State University, Manager of Compliance of the University of Dallas, Senior Compliance Analyst at the UT Southwestern Medical Center, and she's provided support to the Vice Chancellor of Administration and General Counsel as Paralegal Public Information Officer here at TCC 2011 through 2014. Terry's responsibilities over the years have included extensive auditing and monitoring of grant-funded projects at the collegiate level. Terry received her undergraduate degree from the University of Texas at Arlington, her master's from Prairie View A&M University, and her PhD from Texas Woman's University. Please join me in welcoming Terry back to TCC.
Thank you, Mr. Gates, for the introduction. Good evening, Madam President, board members, and Chancellor Giovannini. It is good to return to TCC. I look forward to working many years in the Office of Grant Development and Compliance, obtaining grants that ensure success within reach for all of our students. Thank you so much.
Welcome, thank you.
Dr. Bleckenbecker.
Members of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Giovannini and Dr. LeBlanc, I am pleased to introduce Dr. Kirsten Cooper as the new Executive Director of Community Education and Engagement on the Northwest Campus. For the past 5 years, if she looks familiar, that's because Dr. Cooper has served as Assistant to the President. Since fall of 2017, she also served as Interim Vice President of Community and Industry Education, so she really did 2 roles for a while. Prior to that, she was Coordinator of Academic Support Services and Interim Director of Aviation on the Northwest Campus. So you notice when someone's good, we ask them to interim in a couple of roles, right? Before joining us at TCC, Dr. Cooper taught full-time and part-time in credit and continuing education programs at 2-year colleges in California and Texas. At Tarrant County College, Dr. Cooper has demonstrated confidence, leadership, and diplomacy. Her efforts have resulted in streamlined communication, increased support for campus and community initiatives, and new program proposals, all of which have positively impacted employee and student success. Dr. Cooper has a doctorate degree in higher education from Texas Tech University, a master's degree in educational technology leadership from Lamar University, and a bachelor's degree in vocational education from San Diego State University. In her new role as Executive Director of CEE, Dr. Cooper will be responsible for enhancing and expanding community-based partnerships with organizations committed to community service by responding to identified needs, interests, and expectations of community members and organizations through providing non-credit instruction and services. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Dr. Kirsten Cooper in her new role on the Northwest Campus. Dr. Cooper?
Thank you, Dr. Blankenbaker. Chancellor Giovannini, Mrs. Appleman, members of the board, thank you so much for this opportunity to serve in a new role on the Northwest Campus. I look forward to supporting our community and our college in these endeavors. So thank you again.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Chancellor Giovannini, President Appleman, members of the board, I'm pleased to announce the appointment of another Terry with a Y, Terry Aaron, as the new Executive Director of Community Education and Engagement on South Campus. She comes to us all the way from the Southeast Campus, where she served as Director of Continuing Education Services and Coordinator of Special Projects in CE for the last 17 years. Terry's prior work experience includes admission counselor and graduate advisor at UTA's College of Education, research assistant at the Walter Reed U.S. Army Medical Research Institute, and student administrator at the International University of Germany. Dr. Aaron holds a PhD in Urban and Public Administration from the University of Texas at Arlington. She also received a master's degree in counseling and a bachelor's in psychology from the University of Maryland at College Park. Dr. Aaron is married to Sammy Aaron. They have 4 sons and 5 grandchildren. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Aaron to the South Campus.
Thank you, Dr. Jordan. To the President of the Board, Dr. Giovannini, thank you for allowing me to have this opportunity to serve. I'm very excited. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I made similar remarks back in January at the Learning Symposium, but I think it's worth emphasizing this evening, and that is One of the themes you've heard me talk about over and over is about service, and I often say not one of us serves the needs of every single student, and that therefore we have to be mindful of each other in doing our work, and of course service is a core part of our goals in terms of our commitment to serving the community. But tonight I want to highlight a particular element of service that has stood out as exemplary, and that's the service of the Joint Consultation Committee. Each month I have several opportunities to meet with the members of the JCC. I meet with the JCC as a group, and I also meet with the chair and chair-elect monthly. The JCC also is here this evening as a monthly board meeting, and have a voice of the chair as well as the chair-elect at the CALP meetings, which also adds a very important and valuable dimension to the leadership of the whole college to have them at the table with the CALP members, and they are CALP members. The JCC also has numerous other meetings with the provosts and campus presidents each month and with each other and in various aspects of the institution. And while I know that everyone could use one less meeting on their calendar, they do embody the spirit of service in advancing the college for the benefit of our students. So tonight, I want to acknowledge and thank the outgoing members who will now have a few less meetings on their calendars. If those folks would please stand and allow us a round of applause in thanking them for their service. Thank you, folks. Thank you, Ms. Evelyn.
Thank you. We too share his admiration and appreciation for your above and beyond. Thank you for being with us each month. Mr. Heed, you had one more thing you wanted to visit about?
Yes, and this is serious. I think we're all aware of the scandal where people of great wealth are bribing school officials and so forth with $500,000 bribes to get their kids into the best schools in the land. And it was of great concern to me, and so I contacted the Chancellor to make sure that we have not yet received any of those bribes. He assures me that we haven't, even though we might expect such, but he would remain constantly diligent, and we assure open access to all our students. So thank you, Dr. Giovannini, for that.
And our football team will remain undefeated.
Not have any items for closed session, so we are adjourned, and I invite you to join us at the Governance Committee meeting on April 11th and the board meeting on the 18th. We are adjourned. Thank you. That was great.